guys, welcome back to my channel. I do realize I have not made a video in quite some time, a long form video anyway. And I really wanted to make this video because it's something that I found extremely helpful when I was trying to conceive. Something that is really important to me and close to my heart, and something that I find extremely interesting. Let's get started. So I am a little history or backstory about myself. I am over 40. I will be 43 in June. And I have a 2-year-old and I also have a 4-month-old. So I knew that I wanted to have kids finally. I felt ready. I had been with my partner for a long time, and we bought a house and it was just time. And I spoke with my partner about it and he agreed that it was time, it's just the next chapter in life. Anyway, so at that point, I figured I would do everything that I could to get my body prepared because I knew that I was older. We conceived my first son on my first cycle that I was tracking. And then with my second, it happened on the third cycle that I was tracking. So what we did was I purchased the ovulation test strips on Amazon, which I will link below. And those things were amazing. I found them really easy to use and to read and really inexpensive. And they do come with, I think, like 20 pregnancy tests as well. And those pregnancy tests are actually really accurate, and I tested really early. I tested on 8 days past ovulation, and I would get a faint line on the cycles that I did fall pregnant. So that was my first thing. To prepare, I got the ovulation test strips, and I also got to kind of know my cycle. But being as I was older, I definitely knew my cycle by that time. So my cycle was on average 28 to 30 days. My menstrual cycle consists of the 3 to 5 days that shed the lining of your uterus. After that comes the follicular phase, and then you ovulate after the follicular phase. And follicular refers to the follicle that is releasing the egg in your ovary. Only one egg will be, or in some cases there are more, as in like hyperovulation, but on average it's one follicle that makes it, and the egg comes down your fallopian tube. After the follicular phase is your ovulation. And contrary to popular belief, and contrary to what we were taught in school, you cannot just get pregnant at any time during your cycle. It has to be when you are ovulating. And it's fairly easy to tell if you are comfortable in getting to know your body, which we all should be. I could not imagine like having my body be some mystery. So during your ovulation, you produce watery, slippery, more clear, and they call it like an egg white, like a raw egg white, cervical mucus. So yeah, your cervical mucus changes, your actual physical feel of your cervix changes. It gets very soft, and it also opens up quite a bit. And if you're familiar with your cervix and doing your own kind of like cervical checks, or feeling your cervix, which I encourage women to do, once you get very familiar with your anatomy, it's pretty easy to know when you're ovulating or when you're fertile. And obviously you'll also be more easily aroused this time of the month for sure. And that's the beautiful thing about nature, is that it's really quite obvious the signs that you are fertile. After ovulation comes the luteal phase, and it's called the luteal phase because where the egg came out of your ovary, that little sac that opened up kind of shrivels up and turns into what's called the corpus luteum, and that's why it's called the luteal phase. And that little corpus luteum, if you end up getting a fertilized egg, that little corpus luteum will help with the hormonal changes in your body and release the proper amount of hormones needed for gestation. And if you did not get a fertilized egg that cycle, it starts all over again. Progesterone drops, estrogen drops, and you shed the lining of your uterus, which is menstruation, and then it starts all over again. So that is a very simple look into the menstrual cycle. And if you really get to know that, then you'll really get to know how to get pregnant, the timing of intercourse so that you can get pregnant. And this is really important. On the days that I got the positive ovulation test and knew that I was fertile, we kind of made sure to have intercourse every single day for about 5 days, just to make sure that we covered all of the bases. Another big thing that I did was I prioritized sleep. So sleep is so important in regulating your hormones and your hormone balance. And what I did was I really emphasized on going to sleep at probably around 9 or 10 p.m. and waking up around 6 or 7 a.m. I slept really well. I made a good sleep environment, so I really tried to stay away from blue light late at night and early in the morning. I wouldn't have any screen time in the evening, so this really helped me get a really solid night's sleep, and that's really going to help you regulate your hormones as well. I also just kind of made sure that I ate a well-balanced diet. I got into researching like blue zones a while back and just kind of understanding the whole inflammatory response in our bodies, really getting my body prepared and really taking my health seriously has done wonders for me. Another thing that I did to get pregnant quickly is to really modify my diet to intake high amounts of omega-3 fatty acids. Studies have been shown that high amounts of omega-3s inhibit inflammation, and the lower the amount of inflammatory response that you have in your body, the better chances that you have to conceive. And it's a really easy way to do that is through diet. Getting pregnant at an older age is completely possible, and I'm actually healthier now than I was in my 20s for sure. So I hope that these tips help you. They're just little things that definitely help me get pregnant quickly. Always consult with your doctor before doing anything. I hope you like your doctor. If not, find a different one. I definitely did, and I'm very happy with mine now. In conclusion for this video, my biggest message that I can give to you is really do the research. So thank you guys so much for watching. Like I said, I hope these tips really help you. If they can help just one person, then this video was completely worth it a million times. Thank you so much guys for watching. Subscribe if you have not, or like this video. It really helps my channel, and I hope to see you in my next video.